Welcome to Soup for the Soul. This is Kimmy Wyatt. This Soup for the Soul is called Keeping Gray Hairs at Bay. Probably not what you're thinking. I'm not going to give you beauty tips on how to do that. And believe it or not, doing research on my own products that I have coming out, there are things that can keep your gray hair at bay. I was like, what? You guys, I stress either not letting people in your life or removing people out of your life. And I've been consistent with that as far as topics that I talk about, because I know stress is a number one factor of us getting old and wrinkles and just the whole works. And I'm not saying stress, if you're stressed out, you're going to get wrinkles. No, but it adds to you aging at an early age, getting older or whatever at an age that you may not want to. And believe it or not, there's preventive things that you can do. And I know there's products out there that you put this complex on your face with alpha high this and alpha. You guys, it's so simple. Yes, there are products out there that will help to keep wrinkles at bay. And when I say at bay, I'm not saying stop them, but just keep them at bay for as long as possible. I know this for a fact because of the products that I have coming out. But I'm talking about relationships with people. But before I go any further, got to do my disclaimer. No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used in part or whole without the express written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. And so that that's me. But I got to give you an example. And my right shoulder, from basically, right at the shoulder to about, the neck, right at the lower neck, literally where it creases, that little C that's right there that goes into your shoulder. It starts at the base of your neck and goes to, that hurts. It felt like for 20 years almost that someone that I had an injury there, and it just was hurting. And it got discovered when my ex-husband was giving me a massage, and he touched my neck, and I was like, oh my God, it hurt. Other than that, I didn't know it hurt. I mean, I didn't know the pain was there. I didn't feel it. But he touched my neck, and he took up my sports medicine in college, and so he knew basically where to touch me. but he wasn't looking for any spots, and I, of course, wasn't expecting to hurt there. And but once discovered, I would put pens, pencil erasers, anything that I could stick in my neck that was not going to cause me to bleed, I would put in my neck because the pain is excruciating. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like a champ right now, and here's the reason why. A certain person was in my life and had gotten out of my life, and I let them back in my life, and they could say they let me back in their life, but it didn't happen that way. But I let them back in my life, and you guys, be very, very careful. If a leopard doesn't change his spots, okay? And if someone has caused you grief, just stressing you out, something I do not do. I do not do stress. Even in the situation I am in right now with my apartment, you should see how I praise the Lord. I know I pissed them off because the cameras are in the apartment, and I know they get mad. Satan and his little family gets mad because I praise the Lord. I sing gospel songs. It's one particular song that has become my favorite song to put me to sleep, you guys. And I may even post that on my Google page. As a matter of fact, I said I was, or posted in, I posted in my collection on Google. I have a collection on Google that I can post that on. I can't think of the name, Dreamscape or something. I don't know, and it's just a collection of instrumentals, even though this is not instrumental, that this song isn't, that will, that's like 10 hours of rain, for instance, and thunder, where you can get you some sleep, and you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So this particular person knew, just from going over to visit them, talking to them, that my neck was killing me. But we, of course, bumped heads again, and which I was happy about. As a matter of fact, when I left out of their door, I told them they were doing me a favor, because I didn't want to admit it, but I knew the stress in my neck that I was having was from them, and I'll tell you why. And I knew also that I had also gotten that same stress, or better yet, the aching in my neck once before when we started back hanging out. And you guys, when I exited out of their door, I mean, my neck was cool. As a matter of fact, I don't believe in taking someone else's medication. I really don't. But my neck was really hurting so bad that this person gave me a muscle relaxer, because I had always wanted to take a muscle relaxer for my neck. I'm talking 20 years. This was over 20 years. This was discovered, or right at 20 years. And so, and like I said, if I'm not sticking anything in my neck, it's pretty much fine. But if I'm getting stressed out, something I don't do, if I'm trying to go there, then it will start hurting. And that's a rarity, because normally I don't hang around people that stress me out. I really don't. And so when I exited out of their door, God is my witness, you guys, I am not joking. My neck just said, I am not joking. As soon as I stepped out of their door, that this is what happened. My neck has not hurt since I left out of their door. Now, of course, if I were to get a pen or something, once again, the end of an eraser, anything, a bottle, anything, that I can just stick in my neck to put pressure there, it's going to hurt. But you guys are not getting it probably. I mean, it was, I didn't have to do that, because it was just there. The pain was there. And I realized after, I don't know if it was when I got in my vehicle or the next day or when I got home, I don't know, or wherever I was going, because I haven't been sleeping. I had been sleeping in my vehicle. I realized it dawned on me that the last time this person and I stopped talking, my neck was hurting prior, but when we stopped talking, when we had our little difference, my neck stopped hurting. And this situation reminded me of the revelation that, okay, that my neck stopped hurting, and this person is a stress factor in my life. And here's why. You guys, here's why, literally. I like to say what I want to say, which is one of the reasons why I'm able to retain my youth and how I look, because I don't hold things in. And any psychiatrist or that's worth a grain of salt, or therapist will tell you to get things off your chest. If you keep things harbored inside, it's going to have an effect on your body, your health, your beauty, everything, so you have to, get things off your chest. And if that means letting someone have it, let them have it gracefully, hopefully, lovingly, but tell them about themselves, because I'm a firm believer of teaching people things they don't know. And some people, believe it or not, grew up not realizing how much of a headache-worthy, that's one of my favorite new words that I discovered. Well, I discovered it because I came up with it. They're a headache-worthy person. But here's the reason why, before I go, because I have, 10 megabytes of upload. I was walking on pins and needles with our conversation. Bipolar is the only way to sum it up. This person's bipolar, and I think they're aware of that they're bipolar, and but it's to a degree of annoyance. Some people may be bipolar, but they have it under wraps, and in control. I don't know if this person takes medication or anything, but it's like every time I got around this person, I had to be careful what I would say. She would accuse me of this and being nosy, and I'm just asking her general questions. And I said, well, before I left out of her door, I said, well, give me an example of me being nosy, because I don't like nosy people. I mean, it's a pet peeve. Well, you remember when you were over here last time and you asked me, what was I eating in the kitchen? Okay, I got about 15 seconds. I just had to tell this person, I know you're bigger than that. Are you serious? So anywho, you guys, be careful of who you let in your life, and you can love someone at a distance. I love this person dearly, but I have come to the conclusion more than once, we can't do it. This is Kimmy Wyatt. Thank you for joining Soup for the Soul. Hasta la vista, buenas tardes, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salido, and please listen to all of my Soup for the Souls. Okay? Bye.